Oh, hey, I'm here. I'm live. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. How's it going, y'all? It's April 23rd, 2025. Apollo just roused himself from his little doggy snooze, and he has decided to join us this evening. Hey, buddy, want to say hi? Come over here. I'll move this out the way. Come here. Nobody's here anyway, so it's all fine. Come on. Come on, say hi, everybody. Okay, here's my dog. Oh, hey, buddy. No, he hates pictures. I swear to God, he's got some native in him because he will not let himself be photographed without a fight. Like he automatically knows when you're trying to get some kind of camera on him, and he immediately like turns away and starts doing like other shit and just stops making a cute face that he was making that maybe you want to take the picture in the first place. So yeah, there's my dog. He ain't drank no water yet, so hopefully that don't mean bad things. But you know what? We've been having such weird luck with this show, with the stream for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months since the beginning of the year. It has been a shit show. So praying to the Lord, baby, Lord, baby Jesus, that we get a full hour of streaming without no interruptions tonight. Hallelujah. Amen. Please. Pope Francis. Oh, yes. The Pope finally officially passed. We will get into that later. But, oh my goodness, we got some folks here. Hey, Patrick. Hey, P&G. Good to see y'all. I'm happy you made it. I'm here with Apollo as always, and I thought I might do a fun thing. I used to do the shot before the show to myself, like it's kind of like a little private ritual. But I've decided to open that up to the masses. So I'm going to go on here. And last week I did it just in the ritual, but now I'm just going to do it at the top like I normally did, but like with doing it on Instagram and YouTube simultaneous. I think it's possible, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to my Instagram and I'm going to go to my story and no, I'm going to go to create. Sorry, I always get confused. Okay. And then I'm going to say story, and then I gotta balance this thing in my hand. I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah. So here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's not a good flattering angle. Sorry. Okay, here we go. To a good show, y'all. Hey, it's RC I'm coming to y'all live from Austin, Texas right now. I'm about to do the show on youtube.com/channel RC Please join us there in the chat. And to all, to a good show. Cheers. Woo! Hey, it's RC I'm coming to y'all live from Austin, Texas. All right, I think it did it. I look stupid, but whatever. We just did the simultaneous stream via a manual way. So, anyway, as I said, it's April 23rd, 2025. We're almost at the end of April. And lots of shit's going down, y'all. Lots of shit's going down. So I'll be here for the next hour. YouTube streaming, God's willing, and channeling the universe for y'all. All you got to do to get your questions answered is put your question in all caps in the chat, not in the comments, in the chat. And then hopefully I will see it, and then I will get to it. I'll spin the Wheel of Fortunes. And then the universe will select an oracle for you to interpret your question by. I'll give some commentary, but I ain't claiming to know exactly what it means for you. That's up to you to figure out. So that's why you watch the show. You get the nudge, and then you go off on your own little journey. Okay. See, Patrick and P&G are the only two in the house. Looks like a private party tonight. I'm happy to host both of y'all in my little YouTube stream. And I hope that I can answer any questions you may have, or just, we can chit chat. We can talk. You can type things in and I can respond to them. It don't have to be a question necessarily. We're here for each other. That's all I got to say. So now that I got that one little new ritual out of the way, I'm going to do the actual ritual that I normally do. And if you got your own ritual, of course, now's the time to do it. But the first thing I do is always burn the sacred wood. We're going to burn this wood. And we need to burn it tonight because I cooked some smelly chicken. Well, the chicken was fine. It was just like a heavily spiced dish. And so it kind of lingers. It's like when you make spaghetti, it always lingers. Anyway, we're going to burn the sacred wood. Let the universe have a nice, inviting environment to come on down and join us. And then we're going to ring the bell and let the universe know we're here and we're ready for their guidance. And then we're going to also prepare the space by, I don't know what that is. It's like lipstick or something. Somebody's been like whoring on my lights. Wasn't me. First off, we got, speaking of whores, the pathogen wand. This is the blue light that gets rid of the bacteria and all the ugly things. And this next one is the beauty light. This is to make sure we're all nice and beautiful. And also it heals wounds. This is a show about healing wounds too. Sometimes the oracles will tell you things that heal a wound. Think of it like that. And then we got our Prospera spray. This is my favorite because it brings abundance. And I always manifest the best abundance that I can. Don't manifest no shit. And then finally, we got our Florida water chakra anointment that's going to get them all nice and like spinny and lubricated. Yeah. All right. So we got our ritual down. And I do have the lotto ticket from last week. So if we can get to the end of the show, I'll be scratching this off. So send it some good juju. Send it the good kind of abundance. Not the abundance of trash, but the abundance of a winning ticket. All right. So let's see. We got all our folks here. PNG. Oh, Kahala. Yay. Good to see you. Welcome back to the show. Glad you made it. And then what we got? Lava. Hey, Lava. Woo, 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 woo. Good to see Lava. It looks like a family performance this evening. Yes, Kahola, you're in the family now. Oh, you didn't know this. So if you watch the OraCola more than like 3 or 4 times and you comment and participate, guess what? You're in the family. Sorry. It's a cult. Just surrender to it. It's best if you just surrender. Okay. Well, y'all know what I do. I'm just going to hang out for a minute and sip my beer. Beer and a shot. Just like, well, I didn't go to college, but you know what I mean when you're young. If anybody has a question, of course, put it in the chat. But I might get us started off with a general reading. And I think I'm going to pick the tarot. So let's do a collective tarot card reading for the collective. And this is just a general 1-card reading, just to kind of put whatever the universe has to say on the radar. Just put it on the radar. You don't got to pay it a whole lot of attention. You don't got to obsess about it. But if it strikes a chord with you, if it has some meaning for you, then yes, it might be one of them things where you're like, oh, holy shit. Yes, this is what I need. Or it could just be like, that's interesting. What does that mean? And then it might just percolate in the back of your head and not actually like have any groundbreaking shit go down, but it like will influence a future thing. So it's all useful. I'm going to do a collective reading. Let me just do a good shuffle. I want to do a good shuffle. I feel like this shuffle needs to be good. So we're going to do the shuffle. And then one more time. I can't do the little with this one because it's a stiff laminated. My cards are stiff. Okay. All right. Feel like that's a good shuffle. Do a little cutting action. And boom. Oh, the cups. So for the collective, we need to be in touch with the emotions, with the things that make us like feel and intuit and like sense. We need to be in our senses, right? We need to understand what the senses are telling us. Our senses are always telling us things. Most of the time, we ignore them, and then it manifests as some kind of illness. So, yeah, if you're feeling a certain way about something, maybe spend some time with it. Think about it. Don't just medicate it. Just try to think, why? Why am I suddenly feeling like I want to vomit and run away every time I'm in this environment or next to this person or doing this job? Like, got to think about it like that. What you're feeling, not what you're pushing down. So I think that's good advice all the time. You know, we live in tumultuous times. There's a whole lot of shit going down. There's all kind of emotions bubbling up within people. So pay attention and then don't get lost in it. Don't drown in your cup, right? The cup is a small little vessel. It's just that big. You know, it ain't no ocean. It's just a little bit of something and you got to like taste it and you got to understand why it tastes the way it tastes. And then, you know, maybe either sip it slowly or just fucking throw it out wholesale. You have the right to throw it out. Okay, looks like we got a question from Patrick. Oh, what flavor of Kool-Aid are we having? Oh, just some beer. And this is a fun little koozie for those who know. But yeah, what was that pope the last pope before the Antichrist? Okay, well, pretty sure the Antichrist has already been here a few times. Like, I think the Antichrist thing has been around in mythology for quite a while. And we just rename it something different every time. But it ain't successful of getting off the planet if you believe in the Archon shit because it's still here. But because the Antichrist is a little naughty, we're going to get to read a pornicle for it. And hopefully, through the works of erotic illustration, we will find the answer we seek. So, we need to get to the random number generator, and that's on Google. Even though Google's probably controlling it. Random number generator. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's 755 pages in the pornicle. And then we're going to get a number. Page 270 in the pornicle. Page 270 for the Pope and his last rope. 270. Oh, went too far. Here we go. 270. Oh, God. 270. Okay. Is it the last one? No, because there will always be somebody else to join the party. This is the deal with the Pope. The Pope is one of many players in a vast array of elite fuckery. Like, they're all buggering themselves with each other and their rituals, but they're also fucking all of us. So, yeah, there's going to be another Pope, and it's going to be the same bullshit. And also, as far as the Antichrist goes, I think the Antichrist has been here for a long time. So, yeah, I don't think that we're living in the good times that we think we are. We might be in the 1,000-year times. I'm just saying it could be true. So, yeah, there's so many roles to play. And I think the Pope is going to be, you know, still there as an icon and a figure that they need to use occasionally to move some herds. That's just my take on it. Okay. That was a fun scene, though. That's when you get everybody going in the right direction. Like nobody's being left out. Okay. Let's see what are y'all saying in the chat? Speaking of vomit, my asshole boss resigned, and his last day is next week. Oh my! You know what? It's nothing better than an asshole boss moving on. Now, hopefully, you got a better devil coming in than the one you had. But if you knew that person was just like bullshit, get rid of them. Fucking pitch him to the side of the road. Kick him to the curb. Mm. All right. Speaking of the Pope, well, since it got brought up, let's just talk about it. So, yeah, Pope Francis finally officially died. Now, y'all know. I've been speculating the Pope's been dead since the Pope got real sick a few months ago. Remember, we got real sick, and they're like, "It ain't looking good," and they were like, "Oh, guess what? Miraculous recovery, thank Jesus." And then, the Pope wasn't out and about and doing shit, but the Pope was supposedly still alive, just like Biden was supposedly running the country. And then, yeah, Easter Sunday comes around. J.D. Vance goes to visit the Pope. Now, the Pope did not run the Easter service because the Pope was supposedly too sick, but the Pope was still well enough to meet for a few minutes with the Vice President of the United States. And they did a photo op. It was a photo op meeting. We don't know how long after. We know the official time of the announcement. Who knows how long after it happened, because it was Easter Sunday. The Pope dies. Now, I ain't saying that, the CIA had nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying they got a track record, and it would also be convenient. Also, it's also convenient to announce it on the day after Easter if the Pope's already been dead for a long time. And you just got to trot out that one actor one time, don't got to pay him no residuals. It was like a one-off contract, the 1099 or whatever. And then, that person just kind of like hunches over and hands over some Kinder Bueno eggs or whatever and says, "Yeah, these are for your kids." And then, J.D. Vance is like, "Yeah, I'm a new Catholic, but I love you and I'll pray for you, ass." And then they just move right along. Right? I don't think the Pope moved. I think the Pope was there. He came in and then went out. I don't think they was like standing together for the photo op. Maybe I missed it. But yeah, whatever. Easy to conceal a clone or some kind of like fake, deep state fake in this like side portrait like this. Anyway, yeah. Could be that the CIA off the Pope, but it also could be the Pope was already dead. Either way, the CIA is involved. I promise the CIA is involved. Okay. Yeah, totally. Totally. I'm telling you, there's some symbolism to this. It's not one of them things that just flies under the radar. It was made known, like in the media, that the vice president met with the Pope on Easter Sunday. There was a photo shoot for it, even though the Pope was too sick to lead the Easter service, which is actually probably the number one job of the Pope. Like, he ain't even doing his job. He's that sick, supposedly. But he has the time to get all dressed up in the finery and meet in some hallway with the vice president and some other some lady in a suit. And yeah, we're supposed to accept that this was all on the up and up. I'm just saying there's lots of ways you can think about it. And I ain't telling you to think one way or the other. I'm saying do your own research. Okay. So, sorry, my nose is itchy. And I'm trying to get in the habit of not touching it with my hands because I'm working the food service again. And, they keep, I probably rubbed off all my my makeup, whatever. They keep telling me I can't touch my nose no more. I guess since COVID, they're all worried about it. So I'm like trying to get used to like if I feel itchy, not rubbing it, but just like using the inside of my shirt. Because that little bit of cloth is gonna keep the whatever nasty out. I think I missed some conversation. Oh yeah. Kinder eggs are yummy. It's funny, I ain't never had one. That's one of them candies I ain't never tried. Seeing my eyes weeping already. But I ain't gonna dab my eye on my shirt. Sorry. Too much makeup. So yeah, I ain't never tried one of them. What do they have in them? They're like little prizes? Is it like a box of Cracker Jacks but tinier? I don't get it. Or is it just literal candy? Like chocolate or something? I don't know. I've just never been tempted to purchase one because I ain't that into sweets no more. I'm just, they're just like, they're okay, but I don't want to go out of my way. Plus, they're all expensive. A candy bar when I was a kid was under $1, and now it's over $2. How the fuck does that happen? How? It ain't like the quality has gotten better. In fact, the inverse of the quality and the price. Here's the price, and here's the quality. They're kind of around here, right? And then it all just goes to goddamn shit. Just like that. Notice the quality dropped off way before the price did. Because, yeah, I tried some of that candy. Somebody brought some candy, some work thing, and I tasted a crackle. I used to love a crackle. Crackle used to be fun to eat. It had lots of little, like, Rice Krispie thingies in it, and it had a good amount of chocolate. Like, them's was the ones I was always eating first out of the multi-bag. It's true. I tried a crackle out of a multi-bag. Like, I didn't even fuck with none of the others. No Mr. Good Bar, no Special Dark, no milk chocolate, none of that shit. I went straight for the crackle. You know what? I tasted nothing. There was no flavor to that thing. Not a goddamn hint of a flavor, and not even close to what I remember as a kid. And I just know that I'm not stupid and thinking that the quality of the chocolates that we're eating is way worse and the price is way higher. Even that Reese's eggs are not as good as they are. I'll still buy some though. I don't like, they ain't that bad yet. But the rest of them, bad. Totally bad. Wax. It's like eating wax. Wax and glue, and I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just disgusting. I ain't tempted by no drugstore candy. It's been years. Oh yeah, and they are smaller. It's true. They've shrunk them bitches down. It used to be an actual like treat to get one of them. One of them little ones. That was a treat. And it was like, your parents, your grandparents, or whoever, usually your grandparents or aunts or uncles, because your parents was probably not going to give you that shit. But like the ones that didn't have to deal with you all the time, they like to use treats as a reward, just like you would do with an animal. So it was easy to bribe nieces and nephews with candy. And I remember that being a good prize. If you got a crackle, he was having a good day. Oh yeah, I ain't into that white chocolate. I tell you what, it's not my thing. Although I'm looking at some of them Linder, them round truffle things. I do like them white chocolate. Something about that shit. You know what it is? It's not the actual flavor that gets me for them things. It's you bite into a harder chocolate and then suddenly it's just like this liquid in your mouth. It's like, the universe god of like cheap chocolate come in your mouth, and it's so good. It's so fucking good. So yeah, I can get to some like white chocolate Linders, but the rest of it, nah, not my thing. I like them dark. Ugh. It's very nice, the Lint white truffles. I guess so. I like it. I didn't spit it out. If I like it, I'll swallow it. Uh, oh, it's 9:25, y'all. We're still on the stream. Let's praise the Lord and praise Jesus and praise Buddha and Mohammed and all the other deities that might be watching our live stream. Yeah. Thank the Lord, baby Jesus. We're still streaming live. Y'all will let me know if I'm going off. Because the chat will keep going and the video will keep going for me. But for y'all, it'll be like, and then you'll be like, oh my God, what's going on? And I'll read it in the chat. Oh no, is it happening for you? Oh yeah, it's happening. And then I'm like, oh fuck, God damn it. Hate it. Hate it. Let's see. Kaholi, can you ask when Trump will be removed from office? Well, either when he gets to the end of his term or gets killed. That's my opinion, but let's see what the universe says. Oh, OraCola's choice. So you asked when. When will anything happen? Should we try a revelation? Or should we try a liturgical? I feel like both of those could give us lots of clues that we could find the answer for ourselves, because honestly, we don't know. I just felt myself reaching for the liturgical. We're going there. We're going to get some reading assignment for this question. Thanks, Kahole. We all love a reading assignment. But yeah, this is going to give you some insight into the meat of the question you ask. Because who knows when? I don't know what the fuck's going on with that shit. I try to keep one eye on it and one eye on the grass. Because it's too crazy making to think about politics. Because I'm so black-pilled, none of it impresses me. I can't even get mad about Trump. I'm like, yeah, it's just as bad as all the other shit we get. It's just a different flavor of shit. It's like if you ate enchiladas one night and I don't know, a salad the next. The shit's going to taste different a little bit and have some different chunks in it, but it's still going to taste like shit. So yeah, that's how I feel. But here's what the universe wants you to think about, and maybe all of us, maybe we should all read this together. We should start an OraCola book club for all the liturgicals that we get. We can just, give ourselves a few days to either read the thing or, I don't know, cheat, read the Wikipedia on it. What do we got here? The Balrog. Okay, this seems like some kind of Tolkien thing. I don't know what it means. I admit I'm not 100% on this character. It might be from The Hobbit. I did read some Lord of the Rings and I watched the movies, but I might not be familiar with all the different characters. It's just like a D&D game kind of thing. But yeah, might need to look into this story and see what's up. See how it gets defeated, maybe. Or if it doesn't, see how it wins. These will all be insightful. Okay. Hello, PNG, a general reading for the week, please. Of course. Of course you may get one. I'm just making sure I didn't miss any. Scrolling back up here. Yep. Got that. Okay. General reading. Liturgical. What? Oh man, we got a lot of reading to do. Y'all can't watch that Netflix show. Sorry. You gotta get down in the books, or at least listen to it while you're at work on your your earbud. Although it ain't good for you, but I admit that I've done it when I was bored and needed to. I can't do that at my new job. First of all, because they got one ear dedicated to me listening to basically a whole dispatch system of what the fuck's going on in the store and what everybody's saying. And it's kind of annoying because I also got to like use the other ear to listen to people I'm talking to that are customers. And it's hard. It's hard to listen here and listen there and speak there and not speak to them, but speak to them. If y'all know what I mean. Like, it's a lot. Anyway, general reading for P&G. What do we got here? Oh, the Golden Compass. So this is a child's fable. I'm not familiar with it, but they did make a movie. So you could probably watch that if you don't want to watch that, like read the actual book. But yeah, there's some wisdom for you here. Looks like there's a polar bear and like some kid on top of it. So there's polar bear rides for sure. At least there's polar bear rides. And you can't actually ride a polar bear in real life here on Earth. So this is a magical place. So it's some kind of magical thing. But yeah, check it out. Or at least watch the movie. I don't know if the movie's any good, but they did make one. Oh, yeah. Oh gosh, I hope your employment is not affected by his BS because nothing is worse than like getting laid off. I know. I was laid off for a while and it sucks. It sucks to be in the job market. That's why I'm working in food service again, because they was the first people to call me back and give me a fucking job. And I was out of job for months and I applied for all kind of jobs. So I feel you. I hope your job does not get eliminated. I feel like a lot of this rhetoric going around too is just like misrepresentations of the media to further the narrative of the person that owns a particular media platform that they are on. If you know what I mean. It's all biased based on who's paying the fucking paycheck. So I wouldn't get too invested in what you read about it. I would just pay attention to, I don't know, walking outside in the grass, hanging out with your friends, living life in a way that's not fearful. Oh, you're welcome. Well, if you put in the time, hopefully you're the last one on the X. Of course, if the coronal mass ejection hits our infrastructure and knocks out the grid, everybody's out of a job. So then we're all equal. But yeah, I hope you keep it. I really do. Especially if you're out in California. I think you're in California, you said? Yeah, it's expensive out there. I only know because I visited one time. I was like, holy shit. All this stuff would cost $2 or $3 less in Texas. It was an eye opener. Okay, sorry, there was a gnat in my face. Okay, well, it is 9:34. I'm going to be here, fingers crossed, live stream willing, for a little bit longer, maybe half an hour. I was on time tonight. I'm just going to pat myself on the back. I wasn't late. It was on time. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. What else about, I already talked about the Pope. I don't know what else to talk about. What else is going on? There's so much shit. There's always so much shit. I'm like, all right, this. Oh, okay, that. Why? That's how I go through life. Just those three expressions. Oh, yeah, plane crashes. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Tea. There's no tea. My teapot is empty. You know why? Because I've been busy. Oh, it's so dusty. See how dusty that is? I've been so busy I cannot research tea no more. So if I have particular tea, I'm just going to spill it as it comes to me. But I don't know that I have the capacity at the current time in my life to have a job and also research all the tea I want to talk about because it's a lot. It's a lot. I know. I have spilt all the tea I can spill. I'm just right now an empty vessel. I'm waiting for more tea to fulfill me. So, bring it on. Bring it on, universe. Let me see the tea. Taste the tea, if you will. But I don't know. The black tea I've drunk, all the black tea I've drunk has just left a void. Mm, it's just gone. It's all gone. And I feel like too, the tea was there for me to have a crutch in case I didn't know what to talk about. Like, it didn't understand how, like, to keep the show moving forward if nobody was asking a question. So I put subjects that I thought about in the teapot, and then I could draw them out and like expound. But I feel like I'm moving into a place where I can just keep talking no matter what. I don't need the tea because I'm always spilling the fucking tea. Always. Y'all are talking about actual tea. I love it. Y'all are so funny. Um, yeah, at my current employment place, we sell tea. It's not a lot of tea, but there's enough tea for me to be annoyed that they're selling tea. Like, pick a lane. Pick a fucking lane. We don't need to bother ourselves with this shit. Just pick a fucking lane. Because inevitably, that one is the most labor intensive. Oh my goodness. Well, 937, I already did a tarot for the collective, and it was the cups. And we've already had some liturgical guidance via different questions. We've had a little taste of porn via the pornicle. I'm feeling called to do a book of Revelation because we are living in some very revelatory times. This one is going to be a two-hitter. We got to hit between 1 and 22 first. All right. 20. Chapter 20. We get to the book of Revelation. And we got how many chapters? No. Yes. Chapters in 20. 20 half. 14 verses. 14 verses. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Chapter 14. Yeah. 20 verses. Here we go. No. Chapter 20. Shit. Why am I doing that? Has 14, but that's funny how that went. It's an inversion. All right, yeah. Chapter 20 has, 15 verses. I guess I wrote it down wrong. Okay. So we got between, what did I do? I don't know what's going on. Okay, 15 verses in chapter 20. 10. All right. Chapter 20, verse 10, book of Revelation. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophets are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. I think that's hopeful. I feel like that's a sign that ultimately the bad things, the bad people, the bad entities, the bad whoever boogeyman is bothering you will see their comeuppance, and they will not be tormenting you no more. Hallelujah, praise Jesus, whatever deity you worship. Yep, justice is coming. It always does. eventually. Hey, Prance, good to see you. Welcome to the show. You made it. You made it. You made it. Yeah, so there you go. There's your hope that, it's going to be okay, y'all. It ain't that bad. There's going to be some bumps in the road. There's going to be some battles you lose, some battles you win. But in the end, the bad guy is going to see the destruction of the ego they deserve. Because what is hell? Hell is not feeling like you're worth a damn thing. And you can be in hell anywhere on earth with any amount of money, with any amount of power. You can be in hell. So yeah, even if they're rich and own corporations, hopefully they're in hell. It's a state of mind. Hell is a state of mind. Hell is a state of mind. All right. We're on a roll. We got about 20 more minutes left in the show. If you're just joining, please put a question in the chat. Otherwise, I'll just start reading for the collective again. Maybe we need some earth energy. It was Earth Day. It was 420. It was Easter. It was all kinds of things. And sometimes you need a rock to lean on that you can stand on. Sometimes a rock is what you need. So let's see what kind of rock we can pull for the collective. And if you cannot acquire this rock, that's okay. It's just fine to meditate on it. Maybe put it in your phone. Take a screenshot of a picture of the rock. Maybe go to the rock's page on the geoscience, whatever. There's some server with a bunch of nerdy descriptions of rocks. And maybe look at that and look at some examples. Meditate on it. All right, let's see. But if you can buy one at your local White Lady Witch shop, might not hurt. It's supporting a local business. Okay, here we go. Oh, selenite. This one's good. Clear the clutter. Yeah, just don't let your mind get cluttered up with all the crap that man is trying to shove into it. Get you some protection. Get you some selenite. This is easy to find. I bet the White Lady Witch shop in every town has some. And it's carved often into other shapes. So if you feel like you want one shaped like an owl or a rabbit or, some other bullshit, fine, go for it. It's still the real deal. Just touch them all and kind of see which one feels like the one you want to keep, especially because it might be the one that's on sale. Look at the sale first. Always check the clearance section first. It's my rule. Yeah, selenite. Get you some selenite. And if you have selenite, maybe take some time with your selenite. Get to know it a little bit better. Pick it up off the dusty shelf where it lives. And, dust it off. Maybe bathe it in some water and then dry it gently. Maybe put it out in some sunlight or some moonlight. Maybe touch it. Maybe take a little nap with it on your head or one of your chakras. There's all kind of ways you can use it. You can also just leave it where it is and just go, oh yeah, I got some selenite, and then go about your day. It's up to you. It's up to fucking you. I got selenite all over. I got 2 or 3 pieces. Yeah, 2 or 3 pieces. Different kinds. I got one that I left outside that was broken, and it keeps getting battered by the elements, and it's starting to pit down. And it's a good representation of how earth processes work, like how rivers and valleys get formed by the slow burden of erosion over time. Kind of like a science experiment, but I didn't intend it that way. I just put it where it was just getting water. 15 more minutes, y'all. If anybody else has a question, we got 7 viewers here. far as I can tell. Maybe about that many in the chat. I don't know. There might be one or two extras. But if you're not in the chat right now and you're a viewer, get in the chat. It's real easy. Ask a question. Put it in all caps. I will spin the wheel. I will answer it. It'll be all good, according to your interpretation. Come on, lurkers. Yeah, there's a few looky-loos, but that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind if they look. It's okay if they peek. I would peek too if I was shy. But I ain't shy because I'm on YouTube. So there you go. Okay. Well, if you're not going to put your question in the chat, I'll just keep reading for the collective. However, I do want you to know that if you're a looky-loo lurker and you have not liked my channel or subscribed to it, please take the time to do so right now. I'd be so, so grateful. Be nice to have you in the family. See, it's easy to join the family. You just got to show up. So easy. Get in on the ground floor of the OraCola. Like, this is the time to get in on this magic. Promise you. You want to spin the wheel for my division at work and ask if we will have layoffs. Sure, I can do that. You still ain't learned to use the all caps, Kahole, but I forgive you. You just got yourself a reading assignment. Well, let's see. The universe wants us to read a bunch, apparently. And we're going to have to take some time off of our other activities that we should not be doing. Like, I don't know, watching YouTube or TikTok or any social media, or mindlessly playing a video game, or I don't know, just wasting time in general, watching a show. So many shows to watch. There's so many ways for the man to like waste your time in addition to programming you. Like, all them shows is programming, in case you didn't know. All right. Yep, it's right. You got a big, heavy list to take to your librarian. So hopefully your library card is up to date and in good standing. And if you're rich, of course, you can just order it from Amazon, or maybe just like find a way to download it on your tablet. But I can't read on them things. I've got to have a page. I am definitely not one of the people that seeks out a Kindle or one of them books that you got to read. I'd rather listen to it on my brain tumor inducing Bluetooth headset. That's how averse I am to reading on a screen. Oh my goodness, we've had this one before. But maybe the lesson didn't sink in. We got Animal Farm. Well, we all know how this works out. This is a lesson in how politics works. This is how utopias fail, and how people will not do the right thing if given a chance at power, or a chance adjacent to power. Luckily, this one's short. This is a short read. You could probably just go to the Wikipedia and just remind yourself of the plot. It was probably assigned to you in school. I'm just saying. You might not have read it, but it's a tiny little book. But yeah, Animal Farm, a classic. A classic. A classic. What do you mean? It had no. The whole farm is a division. Think about it like that. You know, it don't matter what's actually like going on at the farmer level. That wasn't important. What was important was what was happening on the farm level. So who are the enemies? Who are the people you need to suck up to? Like, how is the organization structured? This will give you a lot of hints about how it might be seen as useful or not to the eventual streamlining of the services, right? Because the government's looking to cut the things that aren't useful. So if your team is cohesive and collective and functional, it probably ain't going to get cut. If it's essential, it might be a little dysfunctional, but it probably ain't going to get cut. If it's superfluous and it's just a popularity contest and there's a bunch of drama involved with it and it ain't actually doing nothing, maybe it would get cut. That's how I would interpret it, but I don't know how it is where you work. So you got to think about it like that. Okay. It is 9:51. We got a few more minutes. If you got a question. So okay, so it should be fine, right? Right. This is what Animal Farm will tell you. Keep a lookout for the warning signs of things going downhill. If it's going good, everybody's happy, this is good. But the Animal Farm is a cautionary tale. It's about how when certain people get into power and they think they're doing the right thing, they end up doing things for reasons that are not necessarily right, but for their best interest. See, everybody gets into positions of power in this story, gets corrupted, and the other animals, some are like no, and some are like, well, it's just it's a dysfunctional thing. So it's a good way to look at the clues that might be in the future. But if it's working out right now, I'd say keep doing what you're doing. Shit, that's $1 billion is a lot of money. All right. Oh my goodness. Or 10 billion. Shit, that 10 billion. I don't even understand what that means. If I get more than 3 bills, like three tenths bill, I don't know, like $100. Like what tenths? No, it's not tenths. Hundredths. If I get more than hundredths in my hand, I'm like, woo! I won the lottery. Although I didn't. But thank you. This is what I tell myself every night. The guy sleeping is really bad. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, I hope that it's gonna get better. That's all I'm saying. Keep an eye out for the warning signs. You know what the red flags are. So if you see them red flags flying, don't pretend the emperor ain't got no clothes on. Infrastructure improvements. Well, that sounds like it's important. I really hope your division stays on and it's not full of like kickbacks and grifts that depletes that 10 billion rapidly so that y'all can't do the jobs that you promised you would do. That's usually how it works, but I'm hopeful in a brighter future. Just because you're on the show, Coley, I'm hopeful that you will not be subject to the grift, the fraud, and the kickbacks. Okay. All right. Yeah, Lava, too many zeros. I'm with you there. I'm fucking with you. 9:54. Any other questions? Put them in real fast. Our stream seems to be holding up. I'm excited. We might make it to the end to our lotto ticket. All right. We did good. We did good. No grifting off this money. We do not allocate it. We just handle part of the approval and lots of other support. That's called compartmentalization. Look it up in case you don't know. I ain't saying that's what y'all are doing, but I'm just saying that's compartmentalization. Well, if nobody has a question, I'm going to spin the wheel one more time. Yeah, I'm going to spin the wheel. Let's see if there's some new oracle or maybe an old oracle that will give us some kind of guidance. So many books. So many books this week. I don't know what. Sometimes the universe has a sense of humor about things. And oh my goodness. The library is going to be empty this week. because we're reading all the books, all of them. All right. I hope y'all are having a good April. We're almost into May. I cannot believe it. But let's see. Our reading list grows as the flowers grow. And what do we got here? Oh my God. Game of Thrones. Okay, so this is probably not a realistic um, reading assignment, especially because we had all them other assignments ahead, even though some of them were short. This one is a very long and, as far as I know, unfinished saga. Now, yes, there's a TV show that kind of like does most of it justice, but the ending is entirely made up and not actually canon. So I don't know what to tell y'all about that. Although the whole series is about power struggles and bloody murder and people backstabbing each other and fucking each other and like horrible sick shit. Basically, humanity. It's like if Tolkien, one of our first assignments, that world, which has evil in it, was totally inverted. And it was mostly evil with just a few goods. It just, it's an epic reading week this week on the OraCola. I don't even know how anybody would get through all them. But that's what the universe wants us to think about. So I don't know. Maybe watch some video clips on YouTube or your favorite streaming service with some of the films, some of the pivotal moments. Yeah, just browse, see what draws you, and see okay, I might want to watch this again because it's been 20 some odd years since any of us has actually watched this shit. Unless you're a nerd and you watch it all the time, which is fine. I ain't judging, but I ain't got that kind of time. So yeah, Lord of the Rings, another Tolkien, just what, Orwell? I mean, oh my goodness, what a reading list we got. No, that spinner's not broken. That spinner works fine. You know what happens is the universe has an idea. And the universe transmits the idea down into the show because we invited the universe to do so at the very beginning. If you don't remember, and if you were late, well, you can go back and watch it on the replay. Speaking of the replay, if you liked this show and you thought it was fun and you thought it had some good ideas and some insights, well, why don't you tell your friends to watch the replay? Hey, it'll be on YouTube, on my channel, youtube.com/channel OraCola. And it's an hour? It's not that long. You can put it on while you're getting dinner ready, or you can put it on while you're driving to work. I mean, it's easy. It's an easy listening thing. So yeah, tell your friends to watch the show. We got 2 minutes left in the show. I think it's time to close down the whole thing. I got my lotto ticket. I hope I win. I'm going to start scratching. So this one is a $5,000 blitz. It's got a $5,000 top prize, and there's a winning number, and one of my numbers in the dollar signs has to match for me to win, and it will tell me the prize, I assume, underneath the whatever the thing is. So here we go. Let's do it. I'm going to do the suspense and scratch off the numbers first. Okay, so this has got the number and the potential prize. Exciting. So we already have the potential of a $10 or a $2 payout. Oh, there's a $5,000 one. That's exciting. Let's manifest that one, please. There's a $3 payout. And finally, a $5 payout. So here's our magical numbers. Meditate hard, take a deep breath, pray, Any of them would be happy to get, but 12 is the obvious favorite here. So here we go. Ah, damn it. Bum, 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 bum. Whoa. We didn't win. We got close. We had a 17, but we did not win. The winning number was 18, and we had nothing close except 17. So, oh man, always a heartbreaker. But you know what? It don't stop us from buying the next one, and that's what the man does best. Keep us coming back for more of his bullshit. All right, y'all. It's been a great show. I hope you have a wonderful next week. I think it's the last week of April into the first week of May. Maybe, or maybe just last week. I don't know. I don't know. We're getting there, getting close. Anyway, I love y'all so much. Thanks for coming out. Tell your friends, all that hoo ha. And yeah, I hope you have a great week. I'll see y'all next time.